It's Gazit dans Rio, you just go and and budgets going to start on that Rooney. That you know what I'll do for Uncle Gary, I guess. Yet the sort as a conquer off on yet in the stars, you won't target on our way to start making number. That you know what I'll do of wage and eagle after the girl than a wego and number super. That you know what I'll do yet this a way a wego of quadrity. They didn't know what do yet. He saw the gun on there on the headstone. They're going to go here. The Howard quick. I don't care again. Had done that way or on headstone because it's Stasson and the Gunumbi. Down that way or on headstone and they're going to be a hard day than Asset Niga Darda in Younger Haga. Radinato. Lanata Rooney than our risk. So as always, got to introduce myself, and so I identify. My name is Gazit Nazario. This is the name my mother has given me, and when she was alive in this world, she carried the sacred title of Wolfclan Mother. From there, what we always do is we give our thanks to our origin. So we identify, we give thanks to Sky Woman, as it is she who has given us spirit. From there to our grandmother Moon, the beating heart of our mother Earth, as it is she who has given us blood. From there to our mother Earth, as we all know, whatever color we are, what language we speak, we all come from the same mother. And so we give thanks to her, as it is she who has given us body. From there, we give our thanks to all the women, from the newest born baby girl to the eldest grandmother, as they carry the sacred title of life spirit into the world, and are to be honored and respected for that. And we give thanks to them because in this world, they give us purpose and direction.
Donc, bonsoir tout le monde. Comme d'habitude, on fait l'ouverture. Donc, Gati dans ses lieux se présente et mentionne son nom et le nom de sa maman qui porte le titre sacré de femme chef de la nation Kanyanga du clan du loup. Et c'est pour cette raison que lui aussi est du clan du loup. Et par la suite, on commence à remercier nos origines et on commence toujours par la femme, c'est elle qui nous a donné notre esprit. On continue par notre grand-maman Lune, qui est le cœur battant de notre maman Terre et qui nous donne nos os, notre sang. Et on continue avec notre mère Terre, indépendamment de quelle couleur on est, de d'où on vient. Et c'est elle, la maman à nous toutes et tous. Et toutes les femmes, de la toute petite nouvelle-née jusqu'à la plus aînée des grands-mamans, puisque ce sont elles les mères de la nation et ce sont elles qui nous donnent la direction de nous.
From there, we give our thanks to all the waters, all the shapes and forms they come in, to all the medicines, all the shapes and forms they come in, and also to our ancestors who carry the good mind, and we ask them to help us to bring back the true spirit of our mother's power, to return our mothers back to their natural seat of authority within all our nations so they can manage all our peoples properly once again.
Et de là, nous remercions toutes les médecines et toutes les autres, et toutes les façons dont elles se manifestent à nous. Et on demande au bon esprit de nos ancêtres qui nous aident à ramener le véritable esprit du pouvoir de nos mères afin qu'ils puissent être des gestionnaires de nos peuples à nous.
I think that's... Oh yeah, to bring back the true spirit of the three clans of the Ganyangahaga, the turtle, wolf, and bear.
Et aussi qui nous aide à ramener le véritable esprit des trois clans des Ganyangahaga, la tortue, le loup et les ours.
I think that's pretty much all I said. If not, anyways, everybody pretty much knows what we always identify. The only thing is then everybody to identify who you are.
Donc, c'était à peu près ça. Sinon, de toute façon, la plupart d'entre vous, vous êtes déjà habitués à ce qu'on dit à l'ouverture. Et après, il reste que les autres à s'introduire. Donc, bonsoir tout le monde. Mon nom, c'est Edith. Je suis la fille de Socorro Castellan et la petite fille qui portait le nom de Francisca Cabrera, la nation zapotèque. Je suis née dans le territoire mexica et ici, je suis sur la protection du clan du loup. So hi everybody, my name is Edith. I am under the protection of the Love House here. I am the daughter of Soko and the granddaughter of who carried the name of Panchita from the Zapotec Nation, and I was born in the Mexica territory.
Do I speak French or English or both? Like, English or French? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start in English. My name is Annick. My mom is Kiki. I'm the granddaughter of Rita and Ella. And I am a representative of the Turtle Clan, part of the Women's Nation. So I would like to say, hi to everybody, and speaking with us. Alors, je me présente. Mon nom, c'est Annick et je suis la fille de Kiki et la petite fille de Ella et Rita. Donc, je suis représentante du camp de la tortue et je fais partie de la mission pour femmes. Bonjour à tous et bonne session.
Hey, what's going on? This is a great boy. You get it. Just what's how you only get no hard get on. But again, you stand going. You don't expect. Then if you get the hobby, that's how you bonjour tout le monde. Mon nom est Roy Guillaume. Je suis mon fan de Nathalie Uni de ma mère quand elle ma mère je vais rester ici de l'île. Moi, je vais rester ici à Canada. My name is Roy Guillaume, and I'm from Turtle Island, residing in Denmark at the present time. Wolf Clan, which my mother gave me, and her name was Sarani, and she also gave me the language. So I owe more to women than most men probably owe. Thank you so much to you from me.
Okay, we got a lot of good things to talk about tonight. First, I want to just give you a little bit of news. For us here, it's very good news and very refreshing. I was in the lake a little while ago, and when I was coming up, the guy that you spoke to the last time you were coming up, the young guy, I think it's Queenie's son.
Oh yeah,
you know, with what's his father's name? Is from Justin.
Yeah.
Anyways, he said something to me in Ganyangeha coming up, his greetings, and I didn't understand what he said. And every time he sees me, he says something to me in Ganyangeha. And yeah, I'm kind of ashamed that I don't understand. I can't grasp it, this guy who's not even half my age, what he says to me. So anyways, I turned around and I spoke to him, and I says, I don't know the language that good. I didn't understand what he said. And then he told me, he says, have a good day, or a good day, something like that. And I says, oh, okay. And then I says, Sasun Dios back to him. And he goes, oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm walking away, and I turned around and I addressed him. I says, Guayagero was your Ganyageha teacher? He says, yeah. And then I told him, I says, every Thursday night we're doing the translation at the Ganyageha. And I told him, I says, if you're interested, you can come by and bring whoever you like. Anyways, he's very interested. He says, for me, he says, I have strong writing skills. He's got good writing skills into Ganyageha. So anyways, I invited him, and he said that he'd come. You know, so it's a very good thing for us. Very happy that to have a younger guy, strong, able-bodied young man who speaks the language, understands the language, but is, as we know, that when you're at that age, if you don't use it, not a lot, you can lose it. So it's a good thing. Anyways, hopefully he will show up tomorrow night. And
well, he's very open. He's very open. And something I gave him a lot of recommendation on what was going on here. Because I wasn't going to let him in. And I said, I'll go there myself. You can't deny somebody. Because he's head first into the middle.
Okay, here, wait. When you talk, you're going to talk into here because people say that they can't hear you. You talk too low. Finish talking.
Translation, oui, c'est ça. Donc, en résumé, c'est de très bonnes nouvelles parce que tantôt, Sue est allée se laver à la carrière avant de rentrer. Puis, il y avait des jeunes là que parfois ils sont là, puis c'est des anciens étudiants de Wayagelu de la langue, bien sûr. Et donc, parfois, Wayagelu, quand il va, il dit bonjour, on commence à avoir une interaction. Puis, ce gars-là, il va toujours dire quelque chose à Stuart quand il parle. Puis là, et Stuart est comme gêné parce qu'il ne parle pas assez la langue, donc il ne sait pas trop comment comprendre ce qu'il dit ou de répondre. Puis cette fois-ci, il a quand même pris le temps de l'aborder et de dire OK, qu'est-ce que tu m'as dit? Je n'ai pas compris. Puis là, il y a eu une interaction. Puis Stuart a parlé du fait que demain, en fait, à chaque jeudi, nous avons la traduction de la Rencontre de la voix. Puis ça avait l'air qu'il était vraiment intéressé, donc il se peut qu'il vienne. Donc c'est vraiment des bonnes choses. Et ouais, il complimente le gars en disant que c'est une personne assez intelligente. Puis ici, à Ganawagi, il y a un programme pour que des jeunes puissent apprendre la langue. C'est un programme intensif pour la langue. Puis, à un moment donné, Wayagelo avait donné une lettre de recommandation pour qu'ils puissent accéder au programme parce que, il était comme, peut-être qu'ils ne vont pas me laisser rentrer au programme. Et Wayagelo a dit, mais là, moi, je vais comme t'appuyer, carte 100% blanche, là, parce que je sais que tu es comme une bonne tête.
Okay. This week we're doing we're sharing with a bunch of 10 to 12-year-olds, and we didn't have to translate. So I'm so used to either translating. I was getting stuck. I was stopping, expecting translation, and now it's like the reverse.
Maintenant, comme entre vous le savez, nous avons les camps des enfants entre 8 et 12 ans, puis on partage avec eux, mais là, dernièrement, il n'a pas fallu d'avoir la traduction, donc Stuart parle juste en anglais, mais c'était drôle parce que quand il voulait parler, il était toujours en train d'attendre la traduction, puis là, c'est le contraire, là, il a oublié, donc il est un peu déphasé.
Okay, some real stuff. On the night of the full moon, the night before the full moon, 2 nights ago, I had a very vivid dream. Very clear. Normally, I don't dream at all. When I do, I can't remember. All I do know is that I dreamt and it's just patchy.
Et il y a 2 nuits, en fait, la journée avant la pleine lune, j'ai eu un rêve. Puis moi, quand j'ai des rêves comme ça m'accroche vraiment parce que normalement, je n'ai pas de rêves. Ou si je me souviens un peu de mes rêves, c'est quelque chose comme pas trop clair.
I was behind my house right here, and it's not the way that it is right now. It seemed like it was a long time ago. Anyways, there was something behind the house, a pile of dirt or something. There was a wooden pallet leaning up against it. And when I walked by the pallet, I seen a groundhog on the ground, and it ran underneath the pile.
Et donc, le rêve, c'est que j'étais ici à l'arrière de ma maison, puis c'était comme c'était à l'époque, là, pas comme c'est là. Puis, je suis allée à la partie en arrière, puis il y avait une marmotte. Il y avait une marmotte.
I turned and I walked, I started coming back this way, and I heard or I felt or I knew there was something behind me. And when I turned and I looked, I seen 2 big fat groundhogs were white groundhogs.
Et du coup, quand je me suis revirée, ce que j'ai vu, c'était 2 marmottes vraiment immenses, mais de la couleur blanche.
There was one on the right. It appeared to be the female. It was really light, really like creamish, almost cream color, blondish, but white.
Et celle de la droite semblait être la femelle, et c'était blanc, presque crémeux, là.
The one on the left, it looked like it was the male, and he was a little bit darker, but still white completely.
Celui à gauche semblait être le mâle. Il était un peu plus foncé, mais quand même assez blanc.
And I was just looking at them. They were looking at me like as if they were my puppy dogs. Like they were looking at me like, you know, the way puppies do, waiting for you to pet them or something.
Et il me regardait, je les regardais également, puis il me regardait juste comme si c'était mes petits chiots, la façon dont mes petits chiots s'attendent à se faire comme dorloter.
And I was, in my mind, I was thinking I was going to pet them, but anyways, I woke up just then.
Et dans mon esprit, il fallait que j'aille les dorloter, mais c'est à ce moment-là que je me suis levée.
So I was waiting to speak to Wayagero to see what the name is or how groundhog is identified in Gagnagel.
Donc j'attendais Wayagero pour qu'il me dise c'est quoi le nom de marmotte en Gagnagel.
They're called the Note Waro, but I can't see the snow root. The Note Waro. Isn't that okay?
No, it's like there's very few animals I can't explain them, but I think that's with all our language being distorted. That's probably not, you know. See, for me, not going hook. Not going hook. What's what he does? He's a digger. They're digger, but that's the name. They go with now, and maybe I'll check right into it because I doesn't. I know what I want. It seems like something, a turtle turning over. I don't know.
Aha. Okay.
Donc, le nom est Onowaro. Puis, Stewart, il me demande c'est la référence à la tortue. Puis, Wagyu dit, ben là, c'est parce que ces noms-là n'est pas nécessairement comme proche à l'animal. On dirait que je ne comprends pas la relation, mais il faudrait que j'aille chercher un peu plus parce que sinon, comme ça aurait l'air comme quoi c'est la tortue qui se tourne de bord.
That makes complete sense to me because of what we identify what's happening right now in the bigger picture of the shift, you know, the change of energy.
But the word just came.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, Wayageru. We're having the same problem we had with the microphone. We should do a bit of a sound test because we heard Edith fine, but Wayageru, nobody can make up what you are saying. So maybe it's a question of like how far the mic is. So we should really just make a sound test to make sure.
Can you hear me clear, Marie-Claude?
Yes. Keep speaking a little bit more and see if we still hear you.
Is that better?
That's better, but speak, say a few sentences like what you will be saying, and I will interrupt it.
Is it very clear what I'm saying right now? Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, right now it's perfect. If you keep that distance with the microphone, that'll be, yeah.
All right, then this word, I thought about it, it's Atnoaropwats. That's what they would, Atnoaropwats, because he's like in his shell, and he's digging, because I've seen, they're all in my yard. And that's probably the name, Atnoaropwats, because he's digging, and he's on his shell. Like, that's why you hear Atnoara, because her back is yet Noage, all of us. But all the time, that word, you got to really think about it and the action that's happening.
Donc, il se peut que ça soit lié au fait qu'il fait creuser sur la terre, puis c'est comme s'il était sur sa conche un peu en train de faire ce mouvement-là. Parce que Onowara, en fait, c'est lié au dos, comme en cette forme-là.
Okay, what I seen in this is that with the groundhog, of course, something in the ground. If you got potatoes, you don't want groundhogs, but it's something in the ground that, of course, it keeps the ground healthy, it keeps the ground strong.
It was Mark. Mark, make sure you keep your microphone muted. I just muted you. Go ahead, the Longhouse.
Donc, quand on parle de la marmotte, c'est sûr que c'est quelque chose lié au terrain, à la terre, quelque chose qui est comme en surface qui émerge.
So I was very happy in the dream to see them. It made me feel very good. And what I felt, or what I got out of it is if everybody recalls, we identified that the great spiral of Sky Woman, the DNA, is turning now, that it is coming into the next cycle.
Et bon, si vous vous souvenez, j'ai dit que justement en ce moment, c'est l'ADN de la femme ciel qui est en train de tourner comme si elle se revire de bord, justement.
And we gave reference to like when the DNA turns, and also how like it's the skin coming off of a snake as it gets rejuvenated, or the shell of a lobster, I think we talked about.
Et ça serait l'équivalent aussi de quand un serpent perd sa peau, ou quand un homard est en train de perdre justement sa coquille qui émergeait avec une peau nouvelle.
So for me, it was just a confirmation of this, of that it's a good thing that this is happening. as we said many times, that things may look dismal on our Mother Earth, environmental-wise and social, and pretty much every way. But it is a time of great hope because we can change.
Pour moi, c'est une confirmation de plein de choses, ce rêve-là, mais en même temps, c'est une période d'espoir parce qu'on peut changer.
So this dream for me, it was a confirmation, or like as if I could see on the larger body of the universe. Imagine the skin coming off, peeling off of your skin, but you're just a single little cell, but yet you can be conscious of that happening to the body. You know, rejuvenation is happening.
Donc, pour moi, ça m'a confirmé plein d'affaires, mais surtout, c'était cet aspect du rajeunissement, dans le sens que, mettons, quand on perd la peau, c'est peut-être juste une petite cellule qu'on perd, là, mais c'est ça ce qui permet que la peau se renouvelle, justement. Donc, c'est important d'être conscient de chaque cellule qui se renouvelle.
As you know, I think it was last week or the week before, we talked about dreams, that, of course, dreams are very important. I won't go back into everything that we said there, but this is the reason why I bring it up now.
Et si vous vous souvenez, la semaine passée, nous avons parlé justement des rêves, de l'importance qu'ils ont, puis on ne va pas revenir là-dessus. Là, on a tout dit, là, mais c'est justement pour ça que je parle de ceci en ce moment.
And also because in the same time, Anik had a very similar dream.
Et aussi parce qu'en même temps, Annick a eu un rêve très similaire.
So Anik, if you can relate the dream that you had.
Alors, Annick, si tu peux le raconter.
Well, it's a very hopeful dream. A bit like Stuart, I haven't been remembering my dreams that much. I'm like so tired that I just fall asleep very quickly. And yeah, the next day, it's vague, you know. But that was like such a real dream. It was like a second life kind of thing. And the dream was about, it was like the end of the world, but it wasn't really the end of the world. It's like, it was the end of corruption. So basically, it was like only the strong will survive, like only the ones that were there to protect Mother Nature kind of survived. And you know, there's the people that always move around in the stable. So we were like the clan that was moving around all the time. Stuart built like a big trailer home, so we were sleeping in there. I had my Jeep. And it was a dit. And anyways, we were like a whole bunch of people moving together, trying to find a place to live because it was like no more clear water and stuff like that. So the dream was we found a beautiful place. Like Mother Nature just kind of like shed her skin. She kind of like revived, you know, like the skin, like she takes her skin off and it's all beautiful again. Well, that's what happened to Mother Earth. And it was just really, really beautiful. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Avatar, but everything was just beautiful, green, and a lot of flowers growing again. And, you know, it was like a very hopeful dream. And Stuart goes, of course, close to he found water. And it was a bit like the quarry, but a lot more beautiful. Like, it was like a mixture between the quarry and the ocean of Hawaii. And there was rocks that he was walking on. And then he screamed out and goes, Anik, come over here, come and see this. He knows how excited I am about water also. So I would have seen him, I'm like, what's going on, you know? And he's like, look at the water, it's pure, it's clear, it's drinkable. And I was like, wow, like we were all like, and I'm like, everybody come over here. And so we all went in the water and started drinking, like we haven't been drinking water in such a long time, you know, like a child drinking, you know, like an orange juice for the first time, you know. It was so refreshing, it was clear, the water was blue, it was so beautiful. So if the water was clear, we were like saying to each other, well, if the water is clear, there's going to be fish also. So we were all excited, and we, you know, like the dream was kind of like a conclusion of, we've been working so hard on trying to save, you know, our Mother Earth. And now it's like, okay, we're like the last survivors because there was nobody left. We were kind of like the only one because we were traveling and we weren't meeting anybody. And then we saw that clear water. So it was kind of like a prophecy of there was hope, you know. Like, so it made me feel really good. it was kind of, yeah. I'm gonna, yeah. So yeah, it kind of made me feel good about it, you know, like okay, there's hope and we're like doing something good about you know the situation. So I will translate.
Oh, okay.
Donc mon rêve c'était très vivide. Je fais pas beaucoup de rêves ces temps-ci parce que je suis tellement fatiguée et je tombe très rapidement, puis je me souviens pas vraiment de mes rêves, je me réveille, puis bon, la journée recommence. Mais là, j'ai eu un rêve qui était très, très vivide. C'était comme presque vrai. C'était comme une deuxième vie. Donc, c'était comme un peu la fin du monde, mais c'était pas vraiment la fin du monde. C'était comme la fin de la corruption. Donc, il y avait plus grand humain qui était vivant. C'était comme la nature. C'était la mère Terre qui avait comme perdu sa peau comme un serpent, là, qui avait revu, qui a eu une renaissance. Donc, c'était vraiment comme une renaissance de la mère Terre, mon rêve. Et puis, tout était beau, un peu comme dans le film Avatar, où tout était vert, les fleurs ont recommencé à pousser, les oiseaux, mais il n'y avait aucun humain. Donc, on était une gang, un peu comme on est à la Maison Longue. On était juste quelques personnes et on bougeait toujours. Stuart a fait une maison roulante, donc on se promenait de territoire à territoire pour essayer de trouver d'autres humains puis essayer de trouver de la nourriture, des trucs comme ça. Et puis, Stuart a trouvé un espèce de... C'était comme un lac, mais c'était pas un lac, c'était un mélange d'eau douce et c'était la mer et eau douce. Donc, c'est un peu comme le Corey, mais c'était vraiment bleu, 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 bleu. Puis l'eau était très claire. Donc, nous, on est un peu plus loin. Puis Stuart, il est sur une espèce de roche dans l'eau. Et puis là, il dit « Allez, viens ici, viens ici! » Il pour ça, parce qu'il sait que moi aussi, je suis très attirée envers lui. Je suis puis je travaille fort, justement, pour qu'on puisse garder nos niveaux purs. Alors, là, j'arrive, je dis « Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? » Il dit « Regarde, l'eau, elle est pure! Elle est claire, on peut la boire. » Puis là, je suis devenue toute comme excitée. Puis là, c'est ça, ça a été comme une confirmation, de renaissance, comme, OK, il y a de l'espoir. Tout ce qu'on fait, il va y avoir un fruit. C'est comme quand on plante un arbre de fruits, bien, on va avoir des fruits. C'était comme une confirmation que tout ce qu'on fait, c'est pour les bonnes raisons, puis il va y avoir de l'espoir, tu sais. Parce que c'est sûr que, tu sais, on parle beaucoup de choses négatives, puis à un moment donné, ça nous rentre dedans. Donc, il faut se donner de l'espoir aussi, puis ce rêve-là est comme venu confirmer qu'il faut faire confiance à la création, il faut faire confiance à ce qu'on fait. Voilà.
Okay, so these are dreams again, just in case somebody got in halfway on this. These are dreams we're talking about, and both of us have these dreams that have, it's got like a ray of hope in there. Let's understand that we're not trying to give anybody false hope. Just because we're having these dreams doesn't mean the way that we're interpreting them to be. But they seem pretty clear, pretty obvious what the interpretation is.
Donc, c'est sûr qu'on parle des rêves et c'est des rêves d'espoir et on ne prétend pas donner de faux espoirs à qui que ce soit, mais c'est juste de partager qu'est-ce qu'on rêve puis de l'interpréter ensemble.
And we keep in mind that we identified again that we have until the year 2022, August of 2022.
Donc, on dit que nous avons jusqu'au mois d'août de 2022.
And that's to separate from corruption.
Afin qu'on puisse se séparer de la corruption.
And that is like, again, to draw a parallel here, like a lobster that's shedding its shell, that in the time that it begins, there's a time from the beginning of shedding its shell to when it's completely out of its shell and it's in its new phase, its new face.
Donc, c'est à nouveau le parallèle quand un homard va perdre sa coquille, c'est l'ancienne peau qui est comme renouvelée, quand elle ressurge dans sa nouveauté, elle est complètement renouvelée.
Now, if any of you ever seen a lobster coming out of its old shell, you know, it kind of looks like it's uncomfortable, kind of even looks like it'd be painful.
Et si vous avez observé à un moment donné, soit vivant ou en vidéo, un homard qui perd sa coquille, c'est vraiment presque quelque chose de douloureux.
So imagine if you're a single cell inside the lobster's body. In that time, just in between where it started to shed its shell and where it's not finished yet. Imagine if that's your lifespan, just in that short time.
Donc, imaginez si votre moment de vie, c'est justement là, entre les deux, quand que l'homard n'a pas encore tout perdu complètement la peau, et pas non plus avec dans ses peaux, là, elle est justement en transition.
All you would experience your whole life, you would just be experiencing negative. It would be pain, it would be suffering, it would seem very dismal.
Si c'était ça votre vie en entier, tout le temps vous expérimenterez juste du négatif, comme si tout allait pas.
Now, this is what I see, that we are in this time until 2022, the time of transition where we're like shedding our skin, getting rid of all the old negative bad stuff.
C'est ça, ce que je vois, c'est que nous sommes d'ici jusqu'à 2022 en transition, justement en train de se refaire de toutes ces vieilles peaux de corruption et tout ce qui correspond.
Now, if you're a single cell just in that time frame, again, it would all look negative.
Et si vous êtes une cellule à vous tout seul dans cette période de temps, c'est sûr que ça aurait l'air que tout est négatif.
But if we look beyond ourselves and we look into the bigger picture, the life of the body, then we would see that time not as a negative, we would see it as a positive, that it's a time of hope, it's a time of, again, a time of change, it's a time where we're shedding the old stuff and we're going to be stronger and we're going to be healthier.
Mais si on compare comme à l'après, toute cette souffrance ou cette douleur que cette transition apporte va être quelque chose de positif à long terme parce que c'est grâce à cette période de transition-là que la nouvelle peau peut être là.
Now, again, it doesn't mean, just because we're saying this, it doesn't mean that this is actually what is happening or going to happen in the world.
Mais à nouveau, pas parce qu'on le dit là que c'est ça ce qui va se produire dans le monde.
But all of us know that at some point in our lives, we had a dream about something. We wanted to do something.
Mais nous savons peut-être tous qu'à un moment donné, nous avons eu des rêves, nous voulions faire quelque chose.
And you know that you can manifest your dream.
Et vous savez que vous pouvez manifester votre rêve.
All it takes is willpower.
Et tout ce que ça prend, c'est de la volonté.
Now, when each of us are looking at ourselves in the short time frame that we're alive, what's happening on our Mother Earth, it all looks negative, it all looks bad. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering.
Et quand on regarde en ce moment tout ce qui se passe sur notre temps, tout est négatif, c'est beaucoup de souffrance.
But of course, the world is much more than us.
Et bien sûr que le monde est beaucoup plus grand que nous-mêmes.
And the world has its cycles that she goes through.
Et le monde a ses cycles par lesquels elle passe.
Many people have forgotten their original instructions, so they cannot see the cycles that our Mother Earth goes through anymore. And if they do, most people can't believe it.
Et il y a plein de monde qui a perdu leur instruction originelle, donc ils ne peuvent pas s'en apercevoir des changements qui traversent notre terre. Et s'ils peuvent s'en apercevoir, ils ne l'associent pas dans les termes dont on est en train de parler.
So when I consider what's happening on the bigger scale and the dreams that both of us are having, for me, it confirms what I know already to be true from the perspective of Guyana Goa.
Donc, quand on considère qu'est-ce qu'on vit, puis nos rêves que nous deux sommes en train d'avoir, moi, ça me confirme justement quelque chose que je sais qui se passe parce que c'est la Guyana Goa, la grande voix de l'Afrique qui nous dit.
So if you are that single cell in that time where the skin is being shed, if you allow yourself to just see the negative and you don't know what's happening on the larger cycles, then you could kind of just get sucked into that negative and give up or succumb to it.
Et donc, si vous êtes cette cellule qui voit juste le négatif et qui ne prend pas en considération les autres cycles plus larges, ben à ce moment-là, vous pourrez vous faire soucier par ce négatif.
But Again, if you know the larger cycles, then you see that it is a time not of pain and negative. It is a time of hope, great hope. It is a time where we can rise to be our ultimate selves, what we are supposed to be.
Mais si on comprend ça, les cycles plus larges, on peut donc voir ces négatifs comme une phase pour aller à ce qui s'en vient, et donc se lever nous-mêmes pour atteindre cette personnalité de nous-mêmes que nous savons que nous pouvons faire.
Okay, so these are just 2 dreams that we had here. Just wanted to share this and see if anybody else had anything on the same levels. If there is anybody, if not, then we're going to move on.
Donc, voilà les 2 rêves que nous avons eus ici. Donc, on voulait vous les partager puis demander si parmi vous, il y en avait qui avaient eu des rêves. Donc, si c'est le cas, ce serait le temps de les partager. Sinon, on va pouvoir continuer. Et en attendant, s'il y a quelqu'un qui veut se manifester, juste pour dire qu'il y a un commentaire de Facebook qu'on va lire. Just in the meantime, if somebody wants to come forward, there's a comment that was in Facebook by Terrence Jason who says, "Gave me goosebumps and tingles, the dream. We are all coming together. This is real. It's happening everywhere." Donc, c'est Terrence Jason qui dit, ça m'a donné des frissons et en tout cas des sensations, le rêve-là, parce que nous sommes en train de revenir ensemble et c'est quelque chose de réel et ça se passe partout.
This is exactly what happened to me when Annie told me her dream. It gave me goosebumps.
C'est exactement ça ce qui m'est arrivé moi quand Annie m'a raconté son rêve, ça m'a donné des frissons.
Now, when I was dreaming my dream, I didn't have goosebumps. So maybe it's only when we hear these things coming from other people that we see or feel more hope from that.
Et quand j'ai eu mon rêve, j'ai pas eu des frissons, donc ça se peut que ce soit quand on entend les rêves des autres, qu'on comprend, puis on met des choses ensemble, et à ce moment-là, la compréhension nous fait justement la sensation des frissons.
But again, there was a time when all peoples on our Mother Earth used to live by, they would manage their people by the dreams that the people would have.
Mais justement, il faut se souvenir qu'à l'époque de la Maison Longue, quand c'était partout, les gens étaient guidés par les rêves que les gens pouvaient avoir.
Now, it doesn't mean every dream.
Ça ne veut pas dire chaque rêve, là, on s'entend.
You know, maybe you had a dream of going bowling or a dream of eating hamburgers or something.
Peut-être dans les rêves d'aller jouer les quilles ou de manger des hamburgers. Là.
You know, these things, not every dream is necessarily of great importance.
Et c'est pas chaque rêve qui a une grande importance.
So each of us, we got to learn how to sort these things out in our own mind because, again, our dreams are rooted in our subconscious.
Donc, c'est pour ça qu'il faut vraiment être attentif à nos rêves parce que c'est notre sous-conscient qui se manifeste par ça.
This is the reason why dreams, again, are a very intimate part of our reality.
Et c'est pour ça que les rêves sont une partie très intime de notre réalité.
Because if you have a good dream and you remember it, then your consciousness is receiving a message from your subconscious.
Parce que si vous recevez un rêve, ça veut dire que votre conscient est en train de recevoir un message de votre sous-conscient.
And if your consciousness works with that, then your consciousness is working with your subconscious. You're working in balance within yourself.
Et si votre conscient prend en considération le message qui est transmis par le sous-conscient, à ce moment-là, vous pouvez travailler en équilibre dans la conscience.
And so when you have a good dream, you know that, well, you think about it, you actually can will that to happen.
Et donc, quand vous avez un bon rêve, c'est sûr que ça va être votre volonté qui va faire en sorte que ce rêve-là puisse se manifester.
The dreaming power of all the people on earth produces an energy so huge that it is an untapped energy that the people of the world have forgotten.
Et le rêve est une puissance tellement incroyable dont le monde a comme oublié.
So our dreams have an energy flowing between us.
Alors nos rêves ont une énergie qui va comme c'est comme une vague entre nous. Là.
So if everybody has the dream of renewal or something along that line,
donc si tout le monde aurait des rêves justement de renouvellement dans ces lignes-là,
then together our will Imagine 7 billion people all willing something to happen, good, something good.
Alors ensemble, notre volonté d'imaginer 7 milliards de personnes qui voudraient tout quelque chose de bon ensemble.
But imagine if we don't pay attention to those dreams, if we don't share those dreams, there's no interpretation, then that collective energy that we all have, that is flowing through us, is just lying dormant or being misused by something else.
Mais si on ne partage pas nos rêves et on n'a pas l'occasion justement de l'interpréter, cette énergie collective qui est là pour qu'on puisse juste aller la prendre, ben, elle va juste comme se diffuser puis
This is where ceremony comes in.
Et c'est là où la cérémonie rentre.
There is a science to ceremony.
Parce qu'il y a une science de la cérémonie.
It's basically how the people come together to bring their hopes and dreams to the public arena, where the people can share those things, and again guides us, because the dreams will represent or bring out like the best in us.
Et donc c'est exactement comment que quand on manifeste des choses en cérémonie, c'est des choses qui vont nous guider afin que ça soit ça qui va nous conduire.
Oh, okay. Don't see Judaka. He's whispering. He says he's got to go.
I gotta call my son.
You have a hard enough time to hear him and he's whispering when he says he's got to go. Don't see Judaka. Okay, so tomorrow we'll see you at the Ganyangeha class.
À demain au cours de Ganyangeha.
Okay, so if there's anybody then who had anything to say on this, if not, we'll move on.
Donc, s'il y avait quelqu'un qui avait quelque chose à dire par rapport au rêve, sinon on va continuer.
So Stephen would like to share a dream. La parole est à Stephen. I'm going to translate you, Stephen.
Okay. I keep having I don't know if this means anything, but I keep having a reoccurring dream of a strong lightning storm.
Donc, je ne sais pas si ça a une signification quelconque, mais j'ai en fait un rêve qui est récurrent et c'est un orage en fait.
I get it often. Sometimes it's right by the edge of the shoreline and there's like an ocean or a lake and it's powerful lightning to start. And then it's tornadoes. So the tornadoes start to come in and it starts to hail. And I run up these old wooden steps. And
je suis souvent, no problem. Je suis souvent en fait sur le bord de l'eau quelque part, soit le bord de l'océan, le bord du lac. Et c'est souvent suivi par une tornade et des grêlons. Et par la suite, je me dirige pour monter des marches de bois.
And when I get to the top of these wooden steps, there's it almost looks like an old, rotted out commercial beachside resort.
Et quand j'arrive en haut de ces marches-là, c'est comme une espèce de resort, là, une espèce d'endroit pour les vacances là, sur le bord de la plage.
And then last night, I had one where I was struck by lightning, and I didn't feel pain, but it just felt like buzzing through my body.
Sorry, there's a sound in the background. I'm not sure what's going on, and it interrupts the communication. So I cannot hear what you're saying.
Oh, really?
Can everyone hear that in their ears?
Can you hear better now?
It doesn't seem that it's coming from you, though. There's an interruption of some sort. Hang on. Can you speak some more?
Yes. Does it sound a little better now? I hear that too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's coming from the longhouse.
The longhouse, huh? Okay, I'm going to mute the longhouse and unmute.
We're having problems with the computer.
Okay. Okay, can you start that last part because I couldn't really make up everything. Okay.
Yeah. So last night, I had a dream where the storm was rolling in and I got struck by lightning and I felt it. I was inside of a house And when I was struck, it just felt like a buzzing through my body. It wasn't painful.
Et la nuit dernière, dans mon rêve, j'ai été frappée par la foudre. J'étais à l'intérieur d'une maison et je l'ai ressenti. C'était comme une espèce de buzz. C'était pas une douleur, mais j'ai ressenti la foudre.
That's it.
Et c'est mon rêve. I'm not sure if the Longhouse is still with us. Can you hear us, Longhouse? Est-ce que vous nous entendez à la Maison Longue? OK. Là, vous êtes encore muté. Ouais.
Okay, do you hear us now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right. Big explanation here. This is really going to be better explained in the creation story during the law recital.
Ça prendra une grosse explication pour ça et ça va être mieux quand ça va être le récit de la loi dans la période de la création de la Ligue.
But we'll identify the lightning on the level of the creation of a human being.
Mais nous allons identifier que l'éclair va de lien avec la création d'un être humain.
That after the act of love between a woman and a man, that the sperms traveling to the egg to fertilize it, we know that only a few sperms get to the egg.
Nous savons qu'après l'acte d'amour entre une femme et un homme, il y a les spermes qui vont aller vers l'œuf et c'est juste quelques spermes qui vont s'y rendre.
Before, modern science used to say that the strongest sperm got there and that's the one that fertilized the egg. That's not true.
Et avant, la science disait que c'était le sperme le plus fort qui allait se rendre à l'œuf, et c'était celui-là qui allait fertiliser.
There's a bunch of sperms that get there, and there is an electrical charge that is emitted from within the egg that selects which sperm will be permitted to fertilize the egg.
Mais ça, c'est pas vrai. En fait, c'est après que la science a vérifié qu'il y a un paquet de spermes qui vont arriver autour de l'ovule. Ça va être en fait une charge électromagnétique qui va venir de l'intérieur de l'œuf qui va permettre de savoir c'est lequel qui va sélectionner pour qu'il puisse entrer.
So on the level of what we're talking about, the rejuvenation of the skin or the life force of a wapsi.
Donc, au niveau justement du rajeunissement de la peau, admettons d'un homard qui change sa peau.
Before the old shell comes off,
avant que la coquille vieille s'en aille,
there's something happening inside, beneath that shell.
Il y a quelque chose qui se passe en dessous de cette coquille-là.
There's something to rejuvenate the skin or whatever the shell there to create a new one.
Quelque chose qui rajeunit la peau pour qu'elle puisse avoir une nouvelle.
And that very process separates the old shell from the body.
Et c'est ce processus-là qui va séparer la vieille peau du corps.
So if you can imagine if it's like this, it's pulling off slowly like that.
Donc, si vous pouvez imaginer, ça se détache tranquillement comme ça.
So right here where it's coming off right now,
donc ici où ça se sépare,
on the molecular scale, there is an electrical charge happening, like lightning.
Dans le niveau moléculaire, il y a une charge électrique qui se passe comme si c'était un éclair.
To rejuvenate and make a fresh cell here.
Pour rajeunir et faire une nouvelle cellule ici.
And to separate the old shell here.
Et pour séparer l'ancienne coquille ici.
So the lightning on that scale of a human is, of course, it's a good thing because it is rejuvenation.
Donc, l'éclair au niveau d'un humain, c'est une bonne chose parce que c'est sûr que c'est le rajeunissement.
So when you are, especially by the water, you are in the amniotic fluid of our mother.
Donc, quand vous êtes dans l'eau, vous êtes dans le fluide amniotique de notre mère.
And as you know, modern science identifies that we came out of the water, out of the oceans.
Et comme on le sait, la vie est sortie de l'océan, de l'eau.
And to do that, lightning, of course, is necessary at the different levels of our existence.
Et pour que la vie soit nécessaire, en fait, ça se prend dans tous les niveaux de notre existence.
It is something that takes place whether we know it or not.
Mais c'est quelque chose qui a lieu, même si on est conscient ou pas.
So when you're by the ocean, and the lightning is there continuously, it's like they're sparking the life to have, not sparking the life, causing the life to come out of the ocean. Like if you could imagine that first fish or whatever it was that swam out of the ocean and started to climb onto the land.
Donc, si toi, tu es à côté de l'océan, puis c'est là que tu reçois l'éclair de ton air, ben, c'est l'équivalent justement à la vie qui va sortir de l'océan, l'équivalent du premier poisson qui serait sorti de l'eau pour être capable de grimper sur la terre.
And I'll say that for you to be witnessing this lightning and then to get struck, but at the same time to be climbing up these stairs, it's the lightning that enacts you, activates you, and the stairs are basically the DNA, it's evolution.
Donc, je te dirais que c'est ton air qui te frappe, que c'est après que tu vas monter les escaliers, c'est justement comme si c'est le ADN qui est activé par cet air-là.
So this is where we take the dreams that Anik and myself had, the dreams of hope.
Et donc, c'est comme un rêve d'évolution, et c'est là où on prend les rêves que Annick et moi avons eux.
And we look at your dream.
Et on regarde ton rêve également.
This is how we can find hope collectively and actually enact it within ourselves as the individual.
C'est comme ça qu'on peut voir l'espoir et dedans l'appliquer, l'activer chez les individus.
Because you can see, or you can, if you want to believe this or not, you could see, or it's seen as, that this is the impetus to your evolution.
Et c'est comme ça justement, ben, si vous pouvez le voir de cette sorte, c'est comme la poussée nécessaire pour votre évolution.
And if we're considering the two realities,
et si on considère les deux réalités,
again, of the old shell coming off and the new shell, the new rejuvenated body.
De la vieille coquille et de la nouvelle peau renouvelée.
Now, if a person doesn't have the ability to say, do what we're doing, share about these things.
Si une personne n'a pas l'habilité de pouvoir partager comme nous faisons ici,
and they're only stuck in seeing what's happening in the world, all the negative.
Et ils vont juste voir tout le négatif qui se passe dans le monde.
You could see yourself as a single cell in between these two realities.
Tu peux te voir comme une cellule entre les deux réalités.
And if that person doesn't have what we have and that hope, then they could slip from being able to rejuvenate into being the cell, into that dead body that is being that is coming off.
Et si la personne n'a pas la capacité de voir au-delà de ce négativisme-là, ben cette personne pourrait se faire absorber par ça.
So a dream could, within yourself, a dream like this could actually activate the hope within you to actually make the moves necessary to be within the healthy body and not the body that is dying.
Donc, en fait, que de pouvoir partager ces rêves-là pourrait être comme ce qui était nécessaire pour que le corps soit conscient et qu'on puisse faire la transition vers la nouvelle peau pour ne pas périr avec l'ancienne peau.
But anyways, for anybody who is going to be here to join the law recital, what we're talking about right now, about the lightning and all of this, you'll see we're going to have the full, really going to go in depth on that in in the creation story.
Et si parmi vous, vous allez être au récit de la loi, vous allez voir qu'on va aller profondément parler justement de l'éclair, de la tonnerre lors de l'histoire de la création.
So it would seem like almost like as if you were being selected,
Donc, ça va avoir l'air comme si vous étiez sélectionné.
like the way all of us are selected to be who we are, where we are, right now, when we are.
De la même façon que nous toutes et tous sommes sélectionnés pour être qui qu'on est, quand qu'on est, où qu'on est.
You know, you think of any game, hockey, baseball, basketball, whatever. You're in the playoffs. It's the last game. It's the last quarter of the game, and it's maybe a few minutes left. It's the most important game ever. The coach will decide who they're going to put, what players they are going to put on the floor at that time.
Donc, admettons que c'est n'importe quel jeu que vous préférez, baseball, basketball, hockey, et c'est comme les finales, là. Puis c'est comme, il faut que ça, c'est sûr qu'il faut que les meilleurs joueurs soient là, donc ça va être le coach qui va sélectionner et qui va être là.
And if you're the coach, well, you know who you're going to select, who you're going to put on the floor.
Et si c'est vous le coach, bien, vous savez c'est qui que vous allez mettre sur le plancher.
You're not going to put the person who's just there all the time procrastinating or who really doesn't give all of their energy.
Vous n'allez pas mettre la personne qui fait n'importe quoi, qui fait rien, puis qui ne va pas donner toute son énergie.
You know you're going to put the person there who's going to take it all the way, who's going to be able to accomplish, who's going to be able to win that game.
Vous savez que vous allez mettre la personne qui va aller tout le long du chemin, qui va être capable d'accomplir les choses.
And so this is everyone on earth, who we are, where we are, when we are.
Et donc, c'est tout le monde sur Terre, c'est là qui nous sommes, où nous sommes, quand nous sommes.
Everybody that is here is basically selected by creation itself through natural selection to be in this place and time, to be able to succumb or withstand the same way that lobster might feel all the pain and all the pressure but still maintain right to the end until it's got its shell off and it's free and it's stronger and healthier.
Donc, tout le monde se trouve dans cette situation-là en ce moment même, justement, d'être capable de transitionner de la vieille peau jusqu'au moment que cet homme-là va avoir sa nouvelle peau, puis va pouvoir sortir de sa vieille coquille et dire, ah, voilà.
So, yeah, anyways, there we go. If there's anything else on this, if you wanted to respond back on this, if not, we'll go on to somebody else.
Donc, je ne sais pas si tu voulais répondre à ça, Steven, sinon on pourrait voir s'il y a quelqu'un d'autre.
Okay, so Stephen just wrote, thank you, Stuart. So thank you, Stephen. One thing that people are saying on the Facebook Live, it's still like the connection is really bad, just like last week. So maybe a public message, a public announcement for anyone watching this Facebook Live. It's going to be possible for you to watch the recording of the Zoom session that we do every week. Donc, il y a sur Facebook des gens qui disent encore, on a encore plein de difficultés avec la transmission Facebook. Donc, peut-être une annonce publique pour tout le monde. L'enregistrement de cette session Zoom avec le groupe de travail du Wampum à Deux Voies est enregistré puis sera partagé dans les prochains jours sur les groupes du Wampum à Deux Voies.
Okay, how about if we stop the Facebook Live and then try to start it back? What do you think?
We even have problem with Zoom. Even that's the first time I see the Zoom image freezing. So I don't think it's a matter of just Facebook. It's the whole internet connection maybe. Donc c'est pas juste un problème avec Facebook. C'est la première fois que je vois même un problème avec la plateforme Zoom où vous êtes au ralenti en fait. Donc je pense que c'est vraiment un problème de connexion internet.
Okay, well, I'm hearing you all broken up, and I can only hear you on Zoom. I can't hear you on the Facebook. So if we're going to say they're going to watch it later, they're probably going to hear it all broken up also on the Zoom. Don't you think?
Well, that means we have to start again Zoom too, or?
No, we don't hear you cutting, Marie-Claude. It's really your internet connection's yours. We don't hear Marie-Claude cutting. If you hear her cutting and we don't, it's your internet. Do you have a lot of pages that are open in your browser?
No, I only have the Facebook and the Zoom. Okay, then excuse me. I'm gonna shut off the Facebook Live and I'm gonna start it back. See what happens. Like try to refresh it, and because a couple of minutes ago, Edith tried to get the sound, do something with the sound, and that's when it started breaking up. So I'm gonna shut off the Facebook Live and start it back. Okay. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, you copied it? Okay. All right. I'm ending it right now. Wow, it takes so long. Okay, people tell me this. It's my computer. You know what? Anybody know about computer? Fix my computer then. I don't know nothing about it. You all know this, and it's been happening for a couple of weeks. People were here. Somebody could have fixed my computer, could have cleaned it. I hear everybody saying, oh, take this off or shut this off or whatever. Yeah, well, you heard that before. So somebody fix my computer. You know, I don't know anything about it. Okay, so I don't even think it's ending. Is that, can you see what's happening on Facebook? Maybe it ended now. Oh, wait, something happened here. Look. Come take a look at this. What does
Page unresponsive.
What do I do here?
Just click on wait. Because if you exit, you're going to close it.
That was the intent, right?
Yeah.
To close it.
Yeah, but you want to close it, exit. Put it on hold and start again.
Okay. Well, the hell with it. Anyways.
Anywho.
Okay, so where are we? Especially.
You're breaking up. We cannot make up what you're doing.
Okay, it's too bad. Okay, this is so bad right now. I'm gonna shut off the Facebook. You are in the I can't hear you either. Everything's broken. Of our mother. What? What was that? Okay, can one of you get over here who knows what's going on with computers?
Okay, trying to reconnect. So due to the wireless connection, it's considering I think we should just let it go, and if the signal comes back, it'll come back.
Okay, you know that we just did that, and now Zoom is all broken up, so we can't. We gotta stop it. We gotta start it over.
So you know what? Are we closing for good? Zoom? Not Zoom, the Facebook, or you want to? Okay. So end live.
I did that.
Your computer's too slow. See when it does that because you get too much stuff on it. I'm not going to close everything. Let me see.
Here, look, what's this?
Someone says unplug your router for 10 seconds and plug it back.
Let me see. We're gonna delete your trash just to see because it's too full. Computer, that's what's happening.
Okay, what you're doing, you're activating other things now. We're gonna have to end up waiting for that.
Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, empty trash. That's gonna give it space and it'll probably go faster. Empty trash. Okay. Wow, you had a lot of stuff in there. You need to delete your trash once in a while. That's why it's.
See, I don't know that. I put stuff in the trash. I figure it's gone.
Yeah,
why do you have to delete your trash?
You gotta take when you put stuff in the trash, you gotta take your trash out, right? It's the same thing. You need to empty your trash. See?
Was that on the TV?
Yeah, the trash is gone. Your trash was full. So now it's gonna start being a little bit less. See how faster the computer's going now? Okay. Here we go.
Here, let me get that in place.
So now go get your Facebook.
Okay.
This is one slot.
We should have elevator music playing right now.
We'll be back after these messages.
Okay, there is the Facebook. If we shut that off and I go to paste it now, it would be gone too, what was copied, right?
Yeah, but just try it like that. I'm pretty certain it would be very different.
Trash is good. You're shedding skin.
Can somebody on the Zoom say something to see how we hear you now? Because a while ago you were cutting down too.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, much better. We hear you well, so it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's better. Invite everybody on Facebook Live to come and join us on Zoom. I just put the link there.
Good one, good one.
It looks like it's still live on the old Facebook Live, Stuart. It still says live on the first one you did.
Yeah, it's super slow. Super slow.
Well, I shut it off.
I'm gonna have to clean out your computer once we're gonna be done with everything later. It takes time. It's gonna take an hour to clean out your computer.
Thank you, Anik. Eh?
Huh?
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure.
This is terrible. Just terrible. Terrible. Just terrible. Well, anyways, while we're waiting, the garden is very beautiful. The garden is very vibrant. The corns, you can almost watch them growing.
How come we don't see pictures of your plants and stuff?
I know.
Oh, it's coming, Frost. It's all in my camera. It's coming.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Okay, I'll give you some later.
That's nice.
while you guys do that, I'll go take pictures of the garden.
Okay, there.
You guys gotta do some cleaning too. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, this is terrible. This is
That's the pain and suffering of that cell in the transition.
It's the mutation of our skin. You know, I have to tell you that Mercury is retrograde, eh? So that fucks all the communication.
what? What? What did you say?
I don't know how to say that in English. Retrograde. The planet Mercury is like going backwards, and it fucks all the communication.
Hey, no
Oh, I'm sorry.
here.
Ça se dit pas ce mot-là, franchement.
Okay.
Public,
Okay, so how would you say that? It just...
It messes with the communication.
Okay, then. It messes with the communication. Sorry about that.
You
But
can say the lighter swear words.
But it's true that it's happening, though.
I push the button and it's like 5 minutes after that it does something.
It's something strange, these problem with all these technical... It goes with the Desjardins scandal. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, do we just continue with the Zoom? Because this thing isn't happening. There's nothing happening here.
I did put the link, but I don't know if the people on Facebook Live will join us.
From the time that I click on something, that's like...
We're gonna miss the whole evening now.
It's like 5 minutes ago when I pushed it in, there's still nothing happening there.
Why is there anybody else that can share a Facebook Live on your page? Could it?
The camera that Elizabeth gave us in my computer, because my camera is like super screwed, but I'm gonna try that.
I don't know. It has to start from...
Maybe we got to take the night off. I don't know.
That's sad.
Okay, it works for the Zoom.
We're already tested, see? We have to stay positive.
Something happened here. No, look, okay, I think we go. My goodness. Complete suckage. Look, it says it's accessing my camera.
Yeah.
I pushed the button like 5 minutes ago to access my camera, and it's just now saying accessing my camera.
I can't believe I got us in here. This place is fantastic. Thank you.
Hey, look, there. It's there. Okay, the live video is here.
When I find myself in times of trouble.
Where's that music coming from?
I think it's friends. Your friends.
Oh boy, what a trip.
Look at that. Everything's frozen. The Zoom is frozen.
Well, we hear you fine on the Zoom.
Oh, wait, look, it's going.
Can you hear us?
It says my internet connection is unstable. Howie, how's the internet?
You could restart the Zoom, restart your computer, and restart the router, and wait 30 seconds before unplugging it again. It could help.
Angel, do you think it could be like a Trojan or something like that?
Oh, okay, look, it pasted. Okay.
No?
Yeah. Oh, my. Terrible, terrible. Well, I think it's. Marie-Claude, can you see the Facebook comment? Wait, it's starting. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, good.
There, the Facebook is there. Can you see it?
Not yet. I'm searching for it.
I don't see it. Did you share it private? I don't see it.
No, it just says live video interrupted, so it didn't even make it.
Oh my God. Well, we better move on and stay on Zoom. What? I mean, it's been like almost 15, 20 minutes now that we're on this. Let's stay. Let's write something on the Facebook comments and say join us here because we can't get the Facebook Live going. Goes with Mercury.
Well, we're completely screwed up here. The sound, everything is screwed up here.
What's going on, Stuart, you think? What's your first thought?
We're all screwed up.
You should try to restart your router and then your computer.
Is Anik there? Anik knows these things better. You should let her do it.
I know the internet things, France.
No,
but that's what I do when it's broke up.
Yeah, but if you tell that to Stuart, he might not even understand what to do when it's...
Yeah, you just unplug the internet thing. And then you wait 30 seconds, a minute, and then you plug it back and you restart your computer, and then it's okay.
Do you understand that, Stuart?
Unplug, huh?
Yeah. You have to shut up everything. You shut up your computer. You turn off the connection with the router, which is the plug for the internet. You wait 30 seconds. You plug it back in. And then you reopen your computer, and it should work.
It takes a few minutes to restart.
Well, Edith's right in the middle of trying to do the Facebook Live on her computer, though.
Okay, that's another option.
No, nothing's working here. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug it. I don't know.
You shut up everything. You unplug the internet. You plug it back in, and then you reopen your device.
Better shut the computer. Shut the internet. I'm gonna restart it. I got a problem with this. I'm gonna restart it. Okay? Okay? We're waiting and waiting, and the time is going. We're losing all night.
Yeah, and we don't have too many Zooms before the law recital. There must be things that we need to talk about too.
Okay, haha. I'm cutting.
We should be seeing the Zoom closing, but how is it going? Is it with your Zoom? Your Facebook Live, I mean. I'll be back.
Marie-Claude, who's V30?
Repeat that, Elsa, sorry?
Who is V30?
I do not know. It's, I do not know.
Okay.
So the person that just joined us, named V30, welcome on this Zoom. If you want to speak, you can use the chat and let us know if you want to comment. And know that this presentation is translated into French and English. So la personne qui vient se joindre à nous, qui s'appelle V30. Donc, bienvenue sur ce Zoom. Donc, si vous voulez parler, vous pouvez utiliser le chat et demander la parole en bas. Et cette présentation est traduite en anglais.
Okay, so the news is that Stuart's computer is being restarted. And that's about it. I couldn't do it with my computer. I don't know why it's not allowing me to do a Facebook Live with the camera. So I will try and figure it out later.
Can they hear you?
Yeah. You're hearing me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the song?
Here. I just put it up because I had it low.
Let's hear somebody. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can.
Clear. Loud and clear. And the image is beautiful.
Can you hear V30?
Now I don't know why a while ago it was yellow, but now it's like kind of like.
There's one person, V30. Who is V30?
That's Joe Norley. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, we can. Joe, your name is?
I cannot do like Facebook. It's only the Zoom.
Joe Norley. I watch it from Philadelphia now and again.
Awesome. So if you'd like to share anything, did you locate the chat at the bottom, Joe?
Well, I must have accidentally hit something. It's actually the first time I went on Zoom, so I might be not even as technically good as you.
Do you see something flashing right now on your computer? I just sent a message saying.
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I don't see anything flashing. I can switch like from page to page and see different people.
Okay, maybe next week, if you want to join us, you can arrive 5 or 10 minutes before we start, and we can set up all and explain to you how you can interact with, asking questions and so on.
Figure it out. I'm sorry for interrupting. I didn't even realize I was going to be connect with you this way.
No problem. You're most welcome here, and we're just sorting out some technical problem right now, and we'll be soon starting again.
Breathe easy and enjoy it.
All right.
I'm trying to.
Okay, we're just doing the Zoom.
All right.
Could you speak a little bit, Marie-Claude, please?
Hello. Is that a good communication?
Yeah, we're just gonna do the Zoom then.
Okay, we're just gonna do the Zoom. To hell with the Facebook Live.
Donc, on va juste faire le Zoom pour ce soir.
And I'm telling you already, I'm beaten down enough. I'm not feeling very good about this tonight.
Et je suis fatiguée, puis là, ça me fait comme un peu sur les nerfs, ça là, ça me tape sur les nerfs, là.
So I think we're only going to do a very bare minimum here, and we're going to end early.
Donc, je pense qu'on va faire juste un tout petit peu, puis on va essayer de finir tôt ce soir.
So, anyways, anybody remember where we were?
We were with the drinks, and Grace wanted to share something, and France was also about to speak, so that's where we were.
Okay, let's pick it up where we were then.
La parole est à France.
What I wanted to say when I wrote this, it was just that to tell people on Facebook Live to join us on Zoom.
C'était simplement pour dire aux gens du Facebook Live de se joindre à nous via Zoom. Donc, c'était le commentaire.
And what I wanted to add is that we need to have a conversation about Trello and what needs to be done with the recital.
Et ce que je voulais ajouter, c'est qu'on devait avoir une conversation à propos de Trello et ce qui a besoin d'être préparé en vue du récit de la Grande Voie de la Paix. OK. La parole est à Grace. Grace, would you like to share your dream?
You know, I think I might save it for another night.
OK, donc Grace préfère partager son rêve un autre soir. No problem, Grace.
You know what? I'll tell you. It's not a good feeling. No. This is all screwed up. It sucks. I think I feel like just ending it for tonight.
Là, c'est comme si je sens que c'est, tu sais, comme si j'ai pas un bon sentiment, là. Donc, c'est comme tout est comme, bon, pas correct, là. Fait que je pense que je devrais le terminer ce soir.
How do you feel about that?
Can we oppose? Can we oppose?
How do you feel about it?
Comment que vous sentez?
I think it's a good idea, and maybe the time then that is freed up could be used to then sort out your computer.
Well,
I don't know.
For me, like there's 13 participants here, plus the people who are two where they are, and they've waited all this time to keep up the Zoom, and it's only like 8:45. I know it's summertime and everybody likes to be out there and having fun, but I thought they would be respectful for them that we keep.
What kind of thing is that to say everybody likes to be out there having fun? What do you think we're going to say? We're going to end this so we're going to go out and have fun?
I hope so. Isn't there part of the great law of peace? I mean, if we want it to be, the example of what it is to be in peace.
How about if you come over here and fix my computer?
Oh my God. I'm looking for my broom, you know the sorcerer's broom to fly up to Ganawagi, and I can't find it anywhere.
Okay, let's see then. Who, if anybody has anything to say, let's go through this.
OK,
Good.
donc s'il y a quelqu'un qui a quelque chose à dire, allons-y.
La parole est à Marc.
Yeah, Stuart, it's just to say that I'll be coming tomorrow, so I can check your computer tomorrow if you want me to.
Donc, simplement pour dire à Stuart que je serai là demain et je vais pouvoir faire une vérification de ton ordinateur si tu veux, Stuart.
Get here and we'll see.
Okay. All right.
Can you tell us how is it going for you guys on the ground to prepare for the Great Law of Peace recital?
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire comment ça se passe là-bas à la Maison Longue en préparation pour le récit de la Grande Voie de la Paix?
Must be tough some days.
Ça peut être assez difficile certains jours.
It's going really slow.
Ça va au ralenti.
We're spread out really thin.
On est vraiment comme vraiment rétendu.
You know that every day, well, at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we got 60 to 80 kids each day.
Et les mardis, les mercredis et les jeudis, nous avons à chaque jour autour de 60, 70 enfants.
And it's right in the middle of the day, so it breaks up the work, like to be able to do work.
Et c'est au milieu de la journée, donc ça casse là le moment pour pouvoir faire du travail ici.
And I'm basically doing all the work myself.
Et je fais fondamentalement tout le travail moi tout seul.
What we don't need is somebody who says they're going to help, but then I got to do the job again anyways.
Ce que nous n'avons pas besoin, c'est quelqu'un qui dit qu'il va aider, puis après, il faut que je me tape la job pareil.
If somebody was going to come and help, they got to be competent, able to work on their own, able to get things done.
Et s'il va y avoir quelqu'un qui va venir aider, il doit être compétent, donc être capable de faire la job par eux-mêmes.
And since people like that aren't really in existence over here, we're left having to do everything myself.
Et puisque les gens de cette caractéristique-là ne sont pas vraiment disponibles autour d'ici, ben là, c'est moi qui se ramasse avec toute la job.
But stuff like that, I know you want to talk about it.
Mais des choses comme ça, je sais que toi, tu veux en parler.
But no matter how much you want to talk about it, you know that ain't how it works over here.
Mais peu importe combien que tu veux en parler, tu sais que c'est pas comme ça que ça fonctionne autour d'ici.
How it works over here is it gets done when it gets done.
Comment que ça marche ici, c'est que ça va se faire quand que ça se fait.
And on top of that, when I do get to work, somebody comes over and I got to stop working.
Et en plus, quand que j'arrive à travailler, il y a quelqu'un qui apparaît, puis là, il faut que j'arrête.
So it's going to happen, whatever about the grounds, what you're asking about, it's going to happen at the pace that it's going to happen.
Alors, est-ce que tu demandes par rapport au terrain, ben, ça va se produire quand ça se produira.
But none of that, regardless, is an issue anyways, so it's really redundant to speak about it.
Mais il n'y a pas d'enjeu dans ça, anyways, là, fait que c'est vraiment redondant que de vouloir toujours parler de ça.
And that's where it stands.
Et c'est ça.
But the gardening is beautiful.
Mais le jardin est très beau.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything about that. You know, the garden grows strong and healthy.
On n'a pas à faire le travail là-dedans. Tu sais que le jardin pousse santé puis très fort.
But the weeding and all of that other stuff, you know, that's where it takes people to do it.
Mais là où on parle d'arracher les mauvaises herbes et tout ça, c'est là où ça prend du monde.
Well, anyways,
so I was asking if we were going to have a meeting about Trello and what's left to be done for the next 14 days.
Donc, je me demandais si on allait avoir une rencontre Trello, puis pour savoir comment faire là, pour toutes les choses qui restent à faire en vue des 14 jours qui nous restent.
Okay, how about if that takes a back seat right now?
Bon, si on laisse ça comme en arrière là, pour l'instant, là.
You just identified yourself that there was people waiting.
Tu viens de dire qu'il y avait du monde qui était en train d'attendre.
So that's why I said if there's anything anybody's got to say, let's deal with these things.
C'est pour ça que j'ai dit s'il y a du monde qui a quelque chose à dire, on va faire affaire à ça.
Fine with me.
So if there is anybody that has anything to say, now's the time.
Alors, s'il y aurait quelqu'un qui aurait quelque chose à dire, ça serait le moment.
This is where we got to understand that we don't whip a dead horse.
C'est là où nous devons comprendre qu'on ne va pas, comment que je dis ça en français, là, en tout cas, remâcher les choses qui sont déjà mâchées. Là.
And I think we all acknowledge that the spirit here for tonight is kind of broken now.
Et je pense que tout le monde peut reconnaître que l'esprit de ce soir est un peu cassé quand même. Là.
And this is the reason why we're want it to end.
Et c'est pour ça que je voulais qu'on finisse.
Now, if there's something you insist on talking about the cello now, let's get it out there.
Et donc, si tu insistes à parler sur quelque chose comme le Trello, on va le sortir.
Well, I would just like, I know Angèle says that we've had something that was done last Tuesday. Some of us met on Zoom and they're writing down to not push it, but I feel, and for what it's worth, I feel that there's a lot of things that are not quite clear yet. And I was thinking that if we meet another time before the 31st, it would not be a waste.
Donc, je sais que les gens me disent de ne pas pousser présentement, mais je pense qu'on pourrait avoir une rencontre concernant le Trello parce qu'il y a des choses encore qui restent à régler.
But
okay.
If you all feel that it's worth it, then it's okay.
Mais
okay,
si on pense que ça vaut pas la peine, on le fait pas.
Let's deal with this thing. Let's get this out of the way. We're going to resolve this right now. We're going to be at Marie-Claude's this weekend. We're going to handle it there. We're not going to handle anything tonight. We're going to close now.
On va le résoudre, donc on va aller cette fin de semaine chez Marie-Claude. C'est là qu'on va le régler. On va pas le régler en ce moment. Donc, pour l'instant, on va fermer.
We're dragging our ass now, so if it's okay with everybody, we're going to close for tonight.
Donc, si ça va pour tout le monde, on va fermer ce soir.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're very sorry. We apologize. Everybody knows for weeks, for even months, that I keep complaining about the technology here.
Donc, c'est ça ce qu'on va faire, puis on s'excuse en avance, mais vous le savez, là, depuis des semaines, je me plains de la technologie.
You all know that my technological expertise is limited to opening the computer and turning it on.
Et vous savez que mon expertise de technologique, là, se limite à ouvrir et fermer l'ordi.
In these last couple of months, since everybody's known that, there's been a lot of people here, off and on, who could have assisted with that and made things easier.
Et depuis les 2 derniers mois, Jean, que j'ai parlé de ça, il y a plein de monde qui est venu et qui aurait pu aider avec ça.
So now you know that if we have this issue again next week, then we got serious problems.
Donc maintenant, vous savez que si nous avons ce problème à la semaine prochaine, ben, on a vraiment un sérieux problème.
So for me, it's just the spirit is broken tonight because of this technical bullshit.
Donc, pour moi, ce soir, l'esprit est cassé à cause de cette technologie.
And so, I'm very sorry, but
it's okay.
We're going to get back together again next Wednesday. If there was anything that anybody had something that was very important, we apologize. It will be, we promise that we will address whatever anybody had first next week.
Donc, à nouveau, désolé, puis on se revoit mercredi prochain. Puis s'il y avait quelqu'un qui avait quelque chose vraiment d'important à dire puis qui s'est retenu à cause de ce qui s'est produit, bien, on va l'aborder tout de suite quand on va commencer la semaine prochaine.
So we get an early night tonight.
Donc, on a une soirée qui finit tôt aujourd'hui.
We are still in the full moon phase.
Et nous sommes encore dans la phase de la pleine lune.
You know that just like the new moon, the full moon has the 3 days of power.
Vous savez que comme la nouvelle lune, la pleine lune a aussi 3 jours de pouvoir.
So for tonight, we'll just say, everybody, flow in that power, experience it.
Donc, pour ce soir, nous allons dire tout le monde juste suivez la vague de ce pouvoir-là, là, juste vivez-le.
And maybe each of us, wherever we are, we can use our own internet and imagine us being together. I'll imagine what you are doing in California. I'll imagine what you're doing in Arizona.
Et donc, ce soir, peut-être on peut avoir notre Internet à nous, puis imaginer qu'est-ce que l'autre est en train de faire en Californie ou en Arizona.
And we'll all be doing the same thing. We'll all be observing and flowing in that power of our grandmother moon tonight.
Et on va faire toutes et tous la même chose. On va juste suivre le flow là, du pouvoir de notre grand-maman.
So everybody enjoy it and like take that negative off.
Donc, tout le monde, ayez du fun, puis enlevez toute chose négative qui vous accable.
So we're just going to close now.
Donc, on va juste fermer. Gwegwe unwe unwe, wakasanuni, agwego unwe, degeni de yohade katsangayen. Edit sista soko dan noxoten da disque panchita la potegnia hunzagi mexican wanelista y natayuni yankina stadista ti tinorado ganu wagere yageso dan yankisota santana kagarako dan yankinista y hunzagi dan awego skat negunue ti tinorado taranyo wago dan sawiskara tini tanya taragero agwego unukwasu ubiresu sinuwasu gatasu stanago dan agwe tanti Honeste, o sea, era dando ostra, dando agua dunket, dando agua quatsire. La diñato na tajuni da rodiscare wa ga yunki atagen hadanda waron hetsra ne awe katsanha ne agweni hunsagen ne una waraga ga no que Niti no warado jagun se dando de garawita na wego diane, dando rodiane ne yo hagiyo gani guriyo dando gayan wana. Nera sarago dando degeni de yohane. Yunki atagen hadanda waron hetsra ne Gasastonsa de Gunung, Dano Gayandawana, Gasastonsa Runung, Dano, Ganahio, Dano Gayandawana, Dano Nogatena Yodaxa, that is out. That is out. Yeah.
So I guess the way to gauge if we fix it is if we're gonna be on with the Ganyang Geha class tomorrow night. So now we'll go, everybody. We're very sorry. But, you've seen what happened. So see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anna.
That's